A goal is a target. There's no reason to first think that goal is strictly for self-improvement. Goals are all over the place. When's the last time you watched soccer? Did you ever hear one of those commentators? They're like, goal! They're so excited. It's because these athletes, they get paid to hit targets. Think about that. That's what an athlete gets paid for in regards to their career. Their career is based off of goals, and we're capable of seeing it with our senses. And it just helps when we can use goals in self-improvement because we're using these targets to improve ourselves. When you think about it, coding is not that different from self-improvement. Coding is when we are telling a computer what to do. A discipline is when we are telling a human what to do. And goals give that mind the clarity that it needs. So think about it like that. A goal equals a target. Are you going through a tough time right now? Let's say you're going through rock bottom. If you're going through rock bottom, get a to-do list. And in this to-do list, you literally just need to put one item on it. And this one item you need to complete. A few years back, I was going through a tough time and something strange was happening. I couldn't sleep that well. I would end up waking up early on in the day when it was still dark out, and I would try to get myself to fall back asleep, and I would be successful in terms of falling back asleep, but then I would wake up more tired than ever. Eventually, I had an idea. I was like, you're not going to go back to sleep again. When you wake up, what you're going to do is you're going to go to the gym, okay? The gym that you go to opens roughly around the time that you've been waking up. So immediately go to the gym. And I wrote this down, right? Because when you write something down, you do a process called externalization, where you take it from the internal world into the external world. That was the only thing that I had on my to-do list. Go to the gym. And since I'm doing it automatically in the morning, I got that goal done early on in the day. And by doing that, what I started to do was I started to build confidence with myself. I realized that, whoa, my subjective reality just influenced my objective reality. I wonder if I could add something else onto this. So eventually, I joined a meetup club, right? And we would go to a meeting roughly one time a week. So now I had a weekly goal. Once again, I was successful and I built more confidence with myself, and it just started a flywheel effect from there. So what you want to do is find that one goal that you know you can do from beginning to end. And the more that you do it, the more that you can add upon it. And the more that you add upon it, the more that goal setting becomes real for you. There's a lot of debate between goals versus systems. Some people swear that you need to lead with systems. Other people are like, no, you just need a goal. I believe you need both. Because as you're consistently executing certain goals, you're going to notice data that's happening over and over again. And once you have that data, you're capable of fixing up the process. Okay? That's what a process engineer does. They're just making things more efficient. Thus far in my day, after plenty of days of data, by the way, I realized I consistently do the four same acts over and over in order to have a grand goal. And for me, it's consume, create, market, meditate. These four tasks are a part of my system. But I wouldn't have known these four particular tasks if I didn't have any data. So the main thing I believe you should do is you should get that goal. You should start putting yourself into action. Eventually, you will understand how to set goals in regards to your life. Soon, you will have more data. From the data, you can create processes and systems which further advance you towards your goal. My friend, systems and goals were never meant to be enemies. They were meant to be friends. So the bonus tip is to execute a program that's already been built for you. I like to consider this the training wheels of goal setting. And I'll give you an example. One of the first times that I did a program that was created for me was called a P90X. This was a 90-day workout program that would give you the body that you wanted. At that time, I really wanted abs. And my buddy who had trouble staying consistent with P90X asked me if I would like to be his workout buddy. Soon, we started to execute this program. I was amazed because this guy was telling me exactly what to do from the program. His name was Tony. And Tony was telling me what to eat. He was telling me when to do yoga, how many pull-ups to do, everything. And by the time the 90 days were up, I was already looking different. So at times, if you're finding it highly difficult to set your own goals, create a plan, follow a plan that's already been created for you and execute it. The more that you execute it, the more that you understand how to tackle the ups and the downs, how to deal with motivation and fleeting motivation, and how to be true to the word that you set out. So this is the bonus tip. Find a plan that's already been built for you and just execute it from point A to point B. Build confidence with yourself and eventually be creative yourself.